What up, family? That's your favorite Puerto Rican, Brooklyn, Philly, and I'm back with another message. And I'm just gonna jump right in. Let's see what messages want to come out. What messages want to be revealed at this time? We have Temperance, number 14, adds up to a 5. Change, Death, 14, 13. I don't know. I heard going backwards, Decline, I'm using the Muse Tarot. If anybody, and then the Queen of Inspiration. Interestingly enough, as I was shuffling the cards, she showed herself to me, and she came out. So in this Temperance card, we have a figure, a feminine figure, looking directly at me. Both hands, you know, each hand to each side of her face. Illumination coming out of the, back of her head like a crown. The sun over her head. A moth in front of her. She's naked. And then two women, which seem to have come up out of, oh, interesting, out of lotus flowers. But so has she. She seems to have come up and been born, I'm here, from this lotus flower. And then this moth, wings outspread in front of her. Now I'm hearing to temper, right? You've been tempered in the mud. Interesting. Now I see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 moons crossed her and the moth, and one of the women, each of the women figures are holding one in each hand. She seems surprised. She seems, it's that facial expression when someone says, "Oh my gosh, I just realized this." Like she just had a realization, right? And there's something about the moth, right? And I'm hearing, of course, maybe because it's such a cliche or it's such a familiar saying when we hear a moth, but like a moth to a flame burnt by the fire. Although the moth is below and the sun is up high, but she's radiating. Again, there's sparks behind her, which make it like illuminating into like this crown, like crown behind her, with the sun at the center, at the precipice. I'm hearing at the axis point. Sun being a luminary, right? Bringing about clarity, insight. Now I'm hearing foresight. So there's this realization through a tempering, right? So now I'm hearing years of experience, right? It took a long time, right? It takes a while for that lotus flower to ascend, right? From the depths of the mud all the way up as to, because now that's what it looks like, right? The lotus flower, the bottom part of it is still underwater, and the part that came up out of the water, because now the moth wings look like water. Now it all looks like water, right? You've been tempered. And it's interesting because I'm thinking of water, but right, like a moth to a flame burnt by the fire. But then the lotus grows in the water. So there's this duality. There's this Again, all I'm hearing is realization, realization. And I'm spent 5 minutes on just this one card trying to articulate it. And it's there, but I can't quite put my finger exactly on what is trying to reveal. Or maybe I'm over analyzing it. Nevertheless, her expression remains. There is some type of insight, and I said this already, foresight. And then maybe there's 4 full moons that have taken 4 moon cycles. And now each moon, maybe 40 years. Each moon, for some reason, now I'm hearing the proximity of 10 years apiece. To come to some type of realization. And now I'm seeing her as exposed, right? Again, the moth wings outstretched are covering her naked body. Is she comfortable with her nakedness? Then we have death with another moth. And in this picture, we have a woman with her eyes closed, sleeping. And from her crown of her head, we have, again, 2 figures, 2 women outstretched on either side. You see the cobwebs. And then you see the moth emerging from the center of the woman's head. And then even up top of the moth, there's another figure that is created by the sky of another human face. Can be masculine or feminine, but also with their eyes closed. So again, another, and even in the temperance card now we're seeing she's above in the cosmos. The black midnight sky, the universe is behind her with all the, I kept saying illuminary, right? The stars. And yeah, that's the sun. So maybe a solar eclipse. Aren't we about to go into the winter? Did we have the winter solstice? Yes. Yet. Interesting. So possibly during the winter. Let me look it up. Now I'm gonna look it up. You already know, if you're here, if you're in this channel, you're watching this. This is how we do here. We look up things, we pause. If you're impatient, if you just want things, or just a quick hit it message, then this would not be the platform for you. But now, yeah, I just heard winter solstice. So it's giving me key facts and all this stuff. I just want to know what's the date. December 21st. So we have not had it yet. So there's something about December 21st, particularly the winter solstice, that you're going to come to some kind of realization. And it's gonna be mind-blowing. You're gonna be awestruck, I'm hearing. So much so you'll have, one palm of your hand each on each side. You know how now I'm seeing the little boy from Home Alone where he smacks both his cheeks on the side and go, ah, right? It's one of those. And then now the illumination that I saw behind her head, almost forming a crown, is like fireworks going off, and you just see the sparks of the firework. Something is going to be revealed. Either some type of news, some type of confirmation, some type of revelation, But I think it's going to be more internal. It's going to be an internal revelation that is going to occur because the lotus flowers are still under the water. There's two still under the water, and then the center one from whence she comes from is the one that she's above the water now, and not her whole body. We just have the top part of her torso, right? Her shoulders, her neck, and her head. So she's still not fully out. There's something about that. And then, which would make sense in the death card, there's still some type of slumber, right? So the 14th, and then I said, and it seems like we're going backwards, we're descending, right? So there's an ascent, right? Ascending out of the mud waters, this lotus flower, out of the mud, up the water, out of the water, but then from a descent, this death card, the 13. Remember how they made us, they made a point of saying, oh, wait, it went 14, 13, right? And in the 13 card, the moth is still very much, yeah, now I'm seeing like the death card as coming from the core of the earth. So if we're talking about this woman figure coming from, or this lotus flower that ascends from the mud, the death card is the actual, because didn't I say yes, in this deck they have this figure of a woman. You see her outline, her out shape of her face, her eyes closed, her nose, her nostrils, but the background is like a brown mud, right? Like clay. So what I'm hearing is you're currently in this 13, or have been in this 13. And yes, so now the woman who's all the way under, who you see this coming out of her crown, and this moth that has revealed themselves in this 14, this temperance, they're showing you. So now I'm hearing pre and post, right? But it's almost like in the way how in the movies they'll show you the movie, and then maybe the next year they'll bring out the prequel. So the death card seems to be the prequel to temperance, which nothing astounding there, right? That's why it's the 13, the 14 we're thinking about now. I'm hearing the hero's journey. These are the different facets, right? The different aspects of the journey. But they're making light of it because in the death card, you see the two figures that are out in the temperance card holding an aspect of the moon, and also, revealing their torsos. In the death card, they're ripping out of this cocoon from all this cobweb. So whatever had you bound, dormant, I'm hearing stagnant. I don't know why I'm hearing mummification, right? Unraveling out of the. Now I'm hearing cocoon. Right? And there was something about the moth, right? The moth isn't as, or to some, isn't as pretty as the butterfly. It doesn't, emerge with all of these colors. But it still too does go under this transformatory process, I'm hearing. And then the moth in the death card is very neutral colors, right? Earth tones, very chocolate brown and light brown hues interspersed. And the one in the temperance is really like aqua green and mint green. Like it's just a mixture, an array. And it has a little more colors. The eyes are a little more colorful. The trimming. And then we come to this queen of inspiration, and she's sitting by the three pyramids of Giza, I just heard. And there's definitely light codes coming in from above. She has her index finger on the tip of one of the pyramids, and there's definitely rays coming back and forth between the pyramids, the pyramid itself, and her brain, her head. There's one that's directly illuminating her third eye. And now the sun is also there, very much so like in the Temperance card. Now in the Temperance card is midnight. She's in the cosmos. You see the black illuminary sky, which that's what made me think of the solstice. But in this Queen of Inspiration is high dawn, I'm hearing. And the sky is burnt orange and yellow and gold, and the sun is very much a big ball of fire, right? A big ball of sunlight. Now, what's interesting is it also seems to form a crown around her head. I'm getting those scenes of like the old Madonnas and the old Mary, the old paintings where they would they would paint those halos around the saints and around the depictions of Mother Mary and other saints. But now I'm also thinking of the Ankh. And now I'm thinking of most goddesses, right? Or even gods when you think of the importance of the headdress. Now I'm hearing halos. But nevertheless, this death descent has tempered something within, but also revealed something. You've come to some kind of conclusion that then yet will inspire you somehow, right? Yeah, there's something, but not to do it, because again, even this Queen of Inspiration, her eyes are closed, right? The only one's her eyes is open is the Temperance card, and her eyes are open and again in disbelief and dismay, like, oh my God. In the Death card, the cobwebs are like the surrounding the head of this woman to mean, there wasn't any like download from above necessarily. It was all down in the darkness, down under. So there was some type of, right, if things collect cobwebs, it was sitting there. It was stagnant for the most part. Queen of Inspiration, right? Which would mean like she's inspired to do something, right? The Queen of Wands, she's receiving these downloads, but is yet again not movement. She's still receiving the downloads. And now there's this rock and there's this leopard looking towards her. And again, the pyramid, even in front of him, it's like a portal. There's some types of downloads, some types of revelations that will be happening during the winter solstice. But there's something about, they're happening now, right? You just can't see them. They're underground, like a seed that is germinating, right? But during the winter solstice, we'll see some type of sprout, some type of illumination of it. So I'm hearing this winter solstice is going to be very significant for you. Very significant for you. The Chariot, yes. After this winter solstice, based on this realization, this rebirth, and this transformation, and some sort of inspiration that is going to create within you, or that has been, that will be revealed and created within you. Yeah, it's like they're going backwards. Thank you, Spirit. It's like I'm hearing, it's not linear, right? You're going from this death, right? Well, no, this inspiration, it hits you, right? As being these downloads coming in that then cracks open this death card. Yeah, now I'm being told I'm reading it from right to left, the way you would write Hebrew or Arabic or Aramaic, right? Those languages you're writing them from right to left. Again, it's like they're giving us the backdrop to the actual reality of what will occur, right? And then now we have the Chariot, and there's again a woman. She's elevated now into the air. There is illumination coming from her belly button. There is a star on her third eye. She's floating in the air, and there's a herd of horses pulling her, and her eyes are closed. And this is the 7. And these horses are out the gate. They're running. I mean, they're thoroughbreds, right? These ain't no regular old horses I'm hearing, right? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, possibly. And then the next card to file is the Fool. Yes. Again, after this revelation, based on this death and rebirth transformation, based on these downloads that were given to you. Maybe for some of you, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 years. Yeah, you've been receiving these downloads for the last 6 years. Yes, and then the next card out was the Chariot, the 7. Now on this 7th year is go time. And either you or others are going to be shocked by it, right? With this Temperance, this the only person with the eyes open. And now we have this Fool card. And once again, this Fool card, she's not walking on the floor. She's gliding in air, going towards the sunlight that seems to be rising. I don't know what I just heard from the east. And the rays are luminary again, the way they look behind that woman up in Temperance. But they're illuminating both the desert and what seems to be the sky upside down. Like it seems to be a world under the sand that then creates a path, just a small narrow path where the sun is illuminating through, where would be the precipice, right, for her to jump, or the chasm I'm hearing. Yeah, it's a chasm of sorts. And she just came up this chasm from a ladder. She rolls up the ladder to then get up here to take some type of action. I'm hearing what may seem foolish to others. And it's interesting, I can't tell, they have her side view is a side view. So I can't tell if her eyes are open or closed. But she's definitely gliding. I'm hearing walking on thin air. And it's a force. You're being propelled, right? It almost seems like, and oh my God, the next card to come out is the 20, Judgment, right? Which would be judgment, but it's an awakening. And now her eyes are fully open. And now, in the previous ones, we had the chakra that's above the head, or I'm hearing, and confirmation in the Queen of Inspiration, the third eye, in the Chariot, the crown, and now here is from the heart. There's an awakening. And these are like, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 of the cards are major arcanas. This is some real serious-ish. I'm hearing this is the real thing. This is not a false alarm. This is not just some tarot land BS. This is coming in quick. It almost, you're going to be compelled. You're going to move. You're going to surprise yourself. It's an awakening that's happening. And this awakening card fell under this Queen of Inspiration, who in that card, she's eyes are closed. She's just tapped into the pyramids, receiving the downloads. Now in this one, eyes are fully open and the rays are coming from her chest. And once again, she's ethereal. She's above the, like the skies. She's in the sky realm, above the clouds. There's something about, so maybe in your dreams, maybe traveling somehow. Yeah, now I'm getting as above, so below, as within, so without. Right? And there's this distinction, or really this pointing out of the sacral chakra, heart chakra, crown chakra. And all of them are illuminated. All of them are lit up and shining forth. For materials. Whatever this is that you're awakening to, you're going to hold it tight, like it will prove itself to be precious. Or you're going to realize, or it's going to form a foundation, right, for a material that will prove to be precious to you. Right? This woman is holding, onto one of the materials are shown in flowers, roses, and she's holding one that seems to be linked to another one, but she's holding it close to the side of her face and neck, and while she's grasping her chest with her other hand, she's in like a bent down squat position. She's cherishing it. There's a camel in the background. Camel has humps, right, that hold water, hold space. Whatever it is you awaken to, whatever, and then there's your heart, right? This is the heart chakra. This woman is holding on to these flowers, these roses, like they dear to her. So either you're realizing something that you have built, right? Because the four materials, usually that's the four pentacles, and it's holding on to something, some type of foundation, something that you've built. And again, her facial expression is that of one that they're being cherished. Then the Ace of Voices. And now the ray is coming from out the back of her head almost, right? Again, and her throat chakra. I don't know why I just heard the amygdala and the throat. And then there's this wise owl. Again, a portal of such. Again, the ankh, the circle part of the ankh. Again, this halo, this headdress. But here is a portal of sorts. So maybe something that's near and dear to you, you'll be able to. And then there's a rope of like different color flags. For me, that always, signifies ancestors, spirits. There's some sense of wisdom. Maybe that's what is being revealed to you that this whole time, right? Because in this death card, the women are coming out of this cocoon. The moth is coming out of her head. It's some type of maybe ancient knowledge, ancient downloads, right? They did take it back all the way to the pyramids with this Queen of Inspiration. There's this leopard. There's a significance in this leopard. looking, right? And the leopard isn't even looking at her, it's looking to the side, like to say something is coming, is recognizing, and is almost looking at the woman who's sleeping with the death card on the side, right? That here you are, right? Again, it was this left to right. If I'm reading it right to left, rather, this is what's happening in the sleep, right? So in the death card, she looks sleep, like, like, and then there's the cobwebs and then the moth and everything coming out and the two women coming out of the cocoon. But it's as a result of what happened, because in that underground space, that subconscious space, this was what's happening. You were somehow attuned with Egypt and the downloads of Egypt, right? We have all of this mythology, all of this history. We take it back to Mesopotamia, that we talk about the sun god Ra, and we talk about the pyramids, and even till this day we don't know how they were built. And there's so many movies. Just the other day I was watching Stargate, this movie about a portal that was found, that with the ancient hieroglyphics on it, that connects us to another, like, alien type world, or another earth, or another other planets, other worlds, right? This whole thing about astral traveling, and there's something about the downloads, the revelation, something ancient deep within that was covered in cobwebs, right? That was wrapped up. Didn't I say mummies? Yeah, there was this that is now coming out. And if we continue to read left to right, then we have this awakening, the fool, and then the chariot, the other way. I was reading it the other way, right? I said the chariot, the fool. But no, if we continue left to right, an awakening that causes you to go to take a leap of faith, to move towards something. And you climb this ladder. You're going towards the chasm. Right? Yeah. Now I'm hearing, follow the light, Lillian. Come to the light. What's that, Poltergeist? When she was telling her, like, follow the light. That then somehow, once you cross this chasm, right, out of making this foolish, what may seem like a foolish decision, it's going to, like, this chariot pull you, drag you, like, super fast speed, it seems like, into this, into what, spirit? Page of emotions, and now it's illuminating the heart. So maybe you're going to feel like a page, right? Because that's the thing, right? Queen of inspiration, awakening. It was the awakening of the heart. Now I'm getting, that scene in The Grinch where the heart grows 3 times. It says bigger. So, this may feel new to you. And yeah, and then her shirt is made of octopus tentacles, right? Tentacles are very sensitive. They can feel everything. So maybe for some of you, that's what it is, right? Maybe things you haven't felt in a very long time. Maybe, wait, oh, there's a comet that's going through her, right? Because as she's awakening, I just saw it. Her body, her silhouette is the universe, is the cosmos in and of itself. And then in front of her is a prism. Again, something about multidimensionality. Something about, again, you being this sacred consciousness that when you awaken to it, you understand that it's so much bigger. There's so much more. It may make you feel foolish. It may compel you and drag you like a herd of horses. But now her heart literally is the sun and is illuminating these rays. And you don't see her face, you see her body. And then her shirt midriff is tentacles. Octopus, feeling everything. And it's this heart space shining that then, again, something with the amygdala, something with the mind, and the throat. It's like, now I'm hearing this culmination, this holistic approach, right? I need the heart, I need the throat, I need the mind, I need the third eye, I need the crown, I need the sacral. All of them align to illuminate. And it's something about now you'll have the wisdom, right? With this owl, with the ancestors, with this portal, these downloads. Is this culmination of all of this that's going to be that'll show you that that's what your foundation has been built upon, or this is what you'll be building your foundation upon, and it's going to be precious to you. Again, she's holding it with such delicacy, with such love for it, with such like, and her eyes are closed and her lips are not put together, they're kind of spread apart. You see her teeth, but there's this intensity to it. Very purposeful. Whatever it is that is revealed to you, you're going to cherish it. You're gonna, yeah. I feel like I'm repeating myself now, but it is going to mean something. Queen of Materials. Queen of Materials. Now her eyes are wide open. She's very confident, very much in your face, staring dead at you. Shoulders kind of pressed forwards, hands to the side. Whatever this is that you're going to be awakened to, that is going to illuminate your heart, your mind, and your throat, that will be, you'll be able to build a foundation upon, is going to be very successful for you. Right? You'll be this queen of material. And now we have two queens on the board. We have the queen of inspiration and the queen of materials. And then the next card out is the world, cosmos, 21. Yes, you will be propelled into a new, I mean, a new topography. That's what they just said. And again, it's a figure of a woman, wings outstretched. These wings of, I don't even know what it is, but again, mimicking these moths. You have her whole body. She's standing in water. But here goes that halo again. Here goes that portal again. Covering her eyes and the top of her head. And you can see the earth, the whole earth. The continents, the land. Hey, maybe you'll have the stability now to travel the world, or the confidence now that you can travel the world, or to see that the whole world is in your hands. Oh, yes, she's holding it up. Yes, it's in your hands. You have access. And maybe that's the revelation that you always had it, right? And you just didn't see it before, or it was laying dormant within, under cobwebs. Yeah, there's a, yeah. Ace of Emotions. And again, I'll rise up. There's that song, Rise Up. I don't know, it's almost like ecstasy. This Ace of Emotions, right? A new start. We have the Ace of Voices and now the Ace of Emotions. Again, is both of them, right? Is logic and heart. This next level is going to be essential to combine both of them, not come from this either or, right? It's the acknowledgement that both are going to be essential. Ten of Voices. Ten of Voices. That would be equivalent to like the Ten of Swords. Then we have the Wheel. So maybe, you've been feeling like this. Or this is the end to something. The wheel is changing. Yeah, and then the Seven of Materials. You'll have, I wanted to say you'll have options. I don't know why I thought of it as the Seven of Emotions, but no, this is the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Materials. You'll be able to see what you have been cultivating all these years, what you have grown thus far. And again, back to the number 7, something about on the 7th year. And now I'm hearing, because it was the 7 of Chariot up there, and that 7 times 7 is 49. And then in the Hebrew, there's this talk of the year of Jubilee, where all debts have been forgiven. And everything has been restored. And slaves are freed. And homes are returned. And materials. Now I'm hearing, with all respect, the Holocaust. What Germany did. They had the respect and the right, the decency, the foresight to know to return what was stolen. And it's an end to those who don't want to or didn't want to return it. There's clearly a 10 to that. Or to those who have harmed you in that way. The wheel is definitely changing on that. And I'm hearing you shall see the light. It was something else they wanted to me to say. I'm seeing the light, but it was you shall see the redemption. I don't know why I'm hearing vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Maybe some of you didn't take out, didn't fight back. Nevertheless, something has grown. A seed has sprouted from what you have planted. This is the 7 of material. You can see clearly the fruit of your labor. Anything else? Or you will be able to, or everyone will be able to. Four of emotions. And now I'm getting a different message. So maybe there's an ending to this wheel spinning in such a way that it leaves you looking at what you sprouted and not happy with it. Right? Maybe possibly thinking you were manifesting something different. Help me, Spirit. What are you saying here? I see two figures about to kiss with a... I don't know why I just heard the Merkaba. Here goes the Seven of Inspiration. Yeah, you're moving away from this Four of Emotions, right? Where you feel like maybe you were feeling depressed and longing for maybe, I don't know, these two figures are trying to kiss here or looking to kiss this one. I don't know why I'm hearing Merkaba again. But not feeling quite. And she's inside the cup looking at the three cups that were like emptied out, right? So it's like the whole time it was inside of you. Yes, this is what the awakening is. This is the perplexed face of hers. Like, oh my God, it was within me the whole time. And as a result, once you see that, you're going to be inspired. And again, it's this seven. Now I'm hearing when the sevens meet. There's something about that. Wait a minute. Because now I'm hearing 7 times 7 times 7. I'm not great at math. I'm going to have to use the calculator on that. I mean, I know what 7 times 7 is, but I don't know what it is times 7. Now I can't find the calculator. $343. So maybe the number 343 is significant. I'm looking it up. Signifies a message of support for overcoming life's challenges, encouraging faith in your spiritual guides to help you find strength and progress, often appearing during times when you need reassurance that you're not alone in your struggles and should keep working towards your goals with divine help. It combines the creativity and growth of 3 with the stability and hard work of 4, suggesting a path where spiritual upliftment means grounded effort. Yeah, this is the trajectory that you're going in based on, yeah. So again, many of you could have been feeling defeated and like this in this 10 of voices in this wheel, which is another 10. Duh, didn't see that. It's changing, right? On what you materialize, right? In this 7, what you know, I'm hearing reaping what you've sown. Understanding that you were, the cup was always you were in this cup, and this 7 of inspiration inspiring you, right? She's fully naked, but she's pushing back all of the darkness and she's allowing the light to shine through. And I'll rise up That song is, it keeps on. It's that song. It's that song where she talks about, and I'll rise up. 8 of inspiration. Again, so fast moving energy. It's going to happen so quickly. It's going to set you forth on a trajectory so quickly. It's going, I mean, ain't no stopping us now. You're not going to be stopped. You're not going to be stopped. You're going to go full force. Yeah, look at this. Healing, the star, wish fulfillment. Yes, it's something you prayed about, something that you, again, but it was buried, right? It had caught, spider webs had grown over it, right? Maybe it was a dream long lost, right? You're going to be shocked, like with this Temperance card. Your Knight of Emotions is coming in. It's definitely something that pulls on your heartstring, or that has pulled, Again, and this Knight of Emotions is just this horse with like a, what do you call that? When it's a spiral like that, there's a name, like the nautical is a name for this. Too many, spirit. But here goes another 7 of emotions. So we have 7 of inspiration, 7 of emotions, 7 of materials, and 7 of and the 7, the chariot. Not because it's the 7. Again, it's going to give you all the options. You're going to realize that you've had more options than what you... 2 of emotions. And possibly in love, that you had more options than what you gave yourself. Or somebody, right? A Knight of Emotions is going to come in offering you, possibilities. 3 of emotions. And the moon. So the 2 of emotions could be maybe the oneness within you, finally collaborating with the Trinity within you, right? Again, with the moon, and there's a figure that's looking directly at the moon while 2 statues are looking away from it. No, you dare to look in the subconscious. You dare to look into the dark places of it, and you uncovered, right? What was hidden within. You were, you were helped, you were aided, right? Like with that number 343, your ancestors, your guides, your higher self, divinity was aiding you, protecting you, wooing you, showing you to open up those, align those chakras, open up their heart, align the heart with the mind, become one with self. Celebrate all aspects of you, the child, mother, maiden, crone. At the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Voices. And as a result, you will speak. Right? You will speak, I'm hearing. And you will teach, and you will show others the way. Right? Because you've been through it. Remember I said something about the hero's journey. You've walked this path. I'm hearing this lonely path. This path that seemed confusing and dark. Right? And look what came out. The Emperor, but she's a woman dancing on musical notes, right? And there's people, frequency, vibrating, right? Yeah, you're going to direct it. You're going to show, you're going to share. Your voice is going to, you're going to carry frequencies. You're going to tap into the frequencies, right? And it's going to help so many people. Get them out of like this abyss, maybe possibly this depression, them feeling like they're at the 10 of voices, right? 10 of swords stage. Show them that there's a way out, that there's hope, right? Just fall to the ground. Okay, let's try that again, Spirit 2 minutes. Oh, this is when here, 10 of materials, look, and you're going to leave a legacy, right? And this legacy of materials is a community of people going around a tree that's rooted and grounded. Yes. This was so much bigger. This is so much bigger than you. At the bottom of the deck, I heard yes. All along, you were the magician. You were the alchemist. You became an open vessel. You allowed for the channel, the frequencies to flow through you. And as a result, you will now flow through others. You will disperse the frequency. You will be a conduit. Thank you, Spirit. You know how to channel. You know how to connect. You know the path. You know what to do. You are the magician. Man, you always have been. You just had to tap back in. And on that note, I'm going to end it. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful place to end it. Plus, my tooth is starting to hurt again. I had an extraction today, and gum is starting to feel a little sore and hurt. So I'm going to give my mouth a little break. And but yeah, you are definitely a channel, a conduit. And you will use now your voice, communication, right? And be this grand composer, right? She's like composing this symphony, right, with her hands and her body. And as she, moves and directs, the people are being affected, infected, effected. And I'm hearing it again, and arise, and it'll be communities, legacy. There's a whole bunch of people around this, I'm just hearing now, we are the world. We are the children. Oh, wow. And I just saw they're looking up at me from the card. Oh, that's dope. The artist made all of the figures look at me, the reader. The little kid, everybody is looking back at. Oh, wow. That's significant to once again tell you you're the magician. It was you. It was always you. You just had to remember. Beloved, it was always you. You just had to remember. Right? Number one, the magician, you were the one. You are the one. You always have been the one. Oh, God, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Remember, you are sacred consciousness. There's no one else on this earth, in this cosmos, like you. I'm hearing don't give up. Right? I just heard be prepared, stay prepared, and know. Yeah, just know. And the winter solstice again, they're taking me back. Remember the winter solstice. It has begun, I heard. And it is so. Ashe, Amen, and Amen.